251 years ago today, history changed forever. On a quiet village green in Lexington, Massachusetts, at sunrise, 77 ordinary men stood face to face with 700 British soldiers. They were not trained soldiers. They were farmers, blacksmiths, and teenagers. But they stood anyway. One shot was fired. No one knows who pulled the trigger. But that single shot ignited a revolution. By the end of the day, the most powerful army in the world was retreating, chased back for 17 miles by ordinary people who had become something extraordinary. April 19th, 1775. For months, tension had been building between Britain and its American colonies. General Thomas Gage ordered troops to seize weapons in Concord and arrest leaders like Samuel Adams and John Hancock. But the colonists were ready. Thanks to Paul Revere's midnight ride, the warning had already spread. At Lexington, Captain John Parker led his small militia. Sick and weak, yet unshaken, he gave a simple but powerful command. Don't fire unless fired upon, but if they want war, let it begin here. Moments later, chaos erupted. Smoke filled the air, confusion everywhere. Then, gunfire. 8 Americans fell. The British marched on. But in Concord, everything changed. This time, the militia fought back. At North Bridge, they fired a volley that forced the British to retreat. That moment would later be called the shot heard round the world. What followed was not a battle. It was a nightmare for the British. From behind trees, stone walls, and houses, thousands of militia attacked from all sides. There was no battlefield, no formation, just relentless resistance. By sunset, British losses, 273 American losses, 93 that day, marked the beginning of the American Revolution. Within hours, Boston was surrounded. Within months, the war had spread. Within a year, independence was inevitable. Those men on Lexington Green were not yet Americans. They were still British subjects. But they believed in something bigger: freedom, rights, a future worth fighting for. They didn't wait for independence to be declared. They started the fight before the world even knew its name. And they changed history forever.